Hello and welcome to the channel, the PS Classes. Today we will talk about On the Sublime by Longinus. So be a little patient because this video is going to be a bit longer because it has many things to be discussed in this treatise or in this literary criticism. So first let us talk about the writer. Scott James calls Longinus the first romantic critic because of his insistence on passion, ecstasy, transport, imagination, intensity, and exaltation. Most of you might be knowing, and if not, then let me tell you, all these qualities are seen in romantic critics. Longinus said, "Reader or hearer should be carried, transported, and moved to ecstasy by grandeur and the passion of the work." The author is conventionally referred to as Longinus or Pseudo-Longinus, but Longinus is not the real author of this work. This work was originally written by some unknown Greek rhetorician of the 1st century. Who he was is still unknown. So now let us talk about the work. On the Sublime is a treatise. Now you must be wondering what is treatise. So let me explain it too. A treatise is basically a written work which formally and systematically deals with a particular subject. अगर हम आसान शब्दों में बोलें तो treatise का मतलब होता है निबंध. So, On the Sublime is both a treatise on aesthetics and a work of literary criticism. On the Sublime is a Roman-era Greek work of literary criticism written in the 1st century AD. अब बहुत लोग सोच रहे होंगे कि लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म क्या होता है. ये कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो हमें समझ में नहीं आती है और हम उतना ध्यान भी नहीं देते हैं और बस पढ़ के आगे बढ़ जाते हैं. बट वी शुड नो व्हाट इज लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म. सो लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म इज एन एकेडमिक स्टडी ऑफ द क्वालिटीज, कैरेक्टर्स एंड द टेक्निक्स यूज्ड इन द क्रिएशन ऑफ लिटरेरी वर्क्स. So in this work, Longinus talks about 3 big questions. That is, what is strong writing, what is weak writing, what is sublimity, and how it can be achieved. So first, let us discuss what is sublime. Simple English में बोलें तो sublime is something that is of great quality or high quality, or and if we talk about it or we try to explain it in philosophy, then the sublime is a quality of greatness. Another quality of the sublime is that it cannot be calculated, copied, or measured. It consists of a certain loftiness and excellence of language. It is the image of greatness of mind. Sublimity sways every reader, and whether he is willing or not. So this work on the Sublime is divided into 17 chapters. It is written in epistolary form. So what is epistolary form? An epistolary work is usually written through letters, journal entries, or a combination of the two. हम लोगों ने ग्रेजुएशन में, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में पढ़ा भी है about many epistolary novels. If we recall them, Pamela is one such novel written in the form of epistolary. So then there is a missing part to this treatise. Sublime is not a complete work, or you can say it is a complete work, but a big part of it is missing. So the final part is missing, which reportedly handles the topic of public speaking. Longinus dedicated the work to one Postumius Tarentinus, a public figure in ancient Rome. So there are 5 principal sources of sublimity. To be precise, we can say they are grand thoughts, powerful emotions, particular figures of thought and speech, nobility of diction, dignified word arrangement. Now, if we talk about it in detail, a little detail, then the first is the grandeur of thoughts, the second, a vigorous and spirited treatment of the passions, then a certain artifice in the employment of figures which are of two kinds, figures of thoughts and figures of speech. Then the fourth is dignified expression, which is subdivided into two aspects. The first, the proper choice of words. The second, the use of metaphors and other ornaments of diction. The fifth is majesty and elevation of structure. So Longinus has also pointed out a few faults which should be avoided in writing. The first is bombast. अगर सिंपल शब्दों में बोलें तो bombast means बड़बोली. You should not use, a writer should not use high sounding language with little meaning just used to impress people. Then plurality should be avoided. I mean, childish words or childish expression which is not proper in high class writing, so it should be avoided. Then any false sentiment should be avoided. A writer should write what he actually feels or observes and not just write about some false sentiments. So the next is the effects of the sources of sublime. So the effects are loss of rationality, deep emotion combined with pleasure. So this treatise includes 50 writers. Homer is also included in it. Longinus discusses the good qualities and the bad qualities in these writers. Let us take some important writers that he discusses about. So the first, the Plato, Aristotle and Sappho, he writes, they are of high thoughts and can make more expressive works. The emotions added in their works touches reader's heart. They created sublimity. Then he talks about Apollonius and Theocritus as the writers with excellent poetics and writers who has diction and understands and then writes. But about Homer, he says he is brainless and has lack of bravery. So now let us conclude this topic with few more important points. So On the Sublime was a letter written to a friend. It is also a profound, insightful literary treatise. The writer put forward the definition of sublime on aesthetic level by the first time. Many British and German men of letters were also influenced by sublime. Milton once claimed that Longinus was always the tutor he worshipped. I hope this helps you. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends if you find it interesting and knowledgeable and helpful for you. So, thank you.